We used two of the most advanced AI models to create two characters. We will put them face to face. Their arguments will be evaluated by 5 independent AI models across multiple criteria, scored from 0 to 100. This is AI Debates. Is entrepreneurship too risky for young adults?
Not really. Entrepreneurship isn't inherently too risky for young adults. In fact, starting early can be an advantage. Failure is cheaper, lessons are faster, and the stakes are lower than later in life when debts and responsibilities pile up. Today, low-cost tools, online platforms, and accessible funding make launching a business far more feasible than in the past. Even if a venture doesn't succeed, the skills, networks, and experience gained are invaluable and highly transferable. For Gen Z, calculated risk-taking through entrepreneurship is less about gambling and more about building practical experience and independence. Yes, entrepreneurship is insanely risky for young adults. 90% of startups die within 5 years BLS 2025, most in 18 months. A 22-year-old founder has zero savings, zero credit history, and zero safety net when the burn rate hits payroll. Average seed failure wipes out 2 to 3 years of life and leaves you with $50,000 to $100,000 personal debt if you signed guarantees. Mental health carnage is brutal. Founder depression rates 2 to 3 times the general population. College grads can take calculated swings later with networks, credentials, and fallback jobs. A broke 24-year-old dropout betting everything on a no-code sauce is not brave, it's Russian roulette with 5 bullets. Risk is fine when you have optionality. Pure entrepreneurship at 20 is optionality suicide. Build the parachute first, then jump.
The next question, do trades offer more predictable career stability?
Yes. Trades often offer more predictable career stability than many degree-based paths. Skilled trades like plumbing, electrical work, FIC, and welding are in constant demand, recession-resistant, and less susceptible to automation. Jobs are tangible, local, and measurable, meaning there's a clear path from training to steady income. Unlike some degree-heavy fields, where competition is fierce and outcomes uncertain, trades provide consistent employment opportunities and the potential to grow into ownership or contracting roles. For Gen Z, this reliability makes trades an attractive, practical alternative to the uncertainty of traditional college routes. No, trades look stable until you zoom out. 2025 BLS median trade tenure is 4.2 years versus 6.8 years for degree jobs. Recessions hammer construction. A manufacturing first of 2008 saw 2.3 trade jobs vanish in 18 months. White collar lost 8%. Aging boomers retiring creates openings now, but automation, robotic bricklaying, prefab, AI diagnostics is already eating 15 to 25% of horsework in plumbing, HVAC, electrical by 2030. McKinsey. Injury rates for Times office jobs, no remote option, and pay caps hard at $95,000 without owning the business, which 80% of small contractors fail. Degree paths let you pivot industries or go remote when the body breaks at 45. Trades give steady paychecks today, college gives anti-fragile careers tomorrow. Predictability is an illusion when your back is the only asset.
Is skipping college a gamble on future economic trends?
Yes. Skipping college is a calculated gamble on future economic trends, but it's a rational one. Gen Z is betting that demand for skills, trades, and entrepreneurial ability will continue to grow faster than the value of a traditional degree. They're weighing the cost of tuition, the burden of debt, and the uncertain return of a 4-year program against faster, more flexible paths that build practical experience. Like any investment, it carries risk, but it's informed risk, backed by market data, rising wages in skilled fields, and the accessibility of startups. For many, this gamble is smarter than blindly following a model that no longer guarantees results. Yes, skipping college is the ultimate macro bet. You're wagering that the next 40 years will magically invert every historical pattern. Degree premium vanishes, credential signaling collapses, and trades a startup suddenly dominate the upper quintiles. 2025 data says the opposite is happening. Degree premium hit all-time high, 66% lifetime. Fed automation is gutting routine manual jobs fastest. Oxford, 47% of trade tasks highly automatable versus 12% degree level. And AI is widening the gap between can use tools and can build. Invest in tools. You're not just skipping school, you're shorting the only proven hedge against technological unemployment and recessions. History's track record on these bets is brutal. The people who win big without degrees are outliers, not trends. Gamble if you want, but call it what it is, a lottery ticket, not a strategy.
Can Gen Z build long-term careers without degrees?
Absolutely. Gen Z can build long-term careers without degrees. Skills, experience, and adaptability matter far more than a diploma in today's economy. Vocational training, certifications, apprenticeships, and entrepreneurial ventures provide clear pathways to stable, well-paying work. Many trades offer lifelong growth, ownership opportunities, and even paths to leadership. Startups teach business, problem-solving, and management skills that transfer across industries. Degrees are just one route, not the only route, and Gen Z is proving that with the right skills, networks, and drive, a successful, sustainable career doesn't require a traditional college credential. No. A few freaks do. 1% of non-degree workers ever crack $150,000 sustained or reach C-suite 2025 census. The other 99% plateau hard. Median non-degree career arc: start $45,000 at 22, peak $68,000 by 45, then flatline or decline as body automation erodes the role. No equity upside, no board seats, no pivots when the industry dies. Degree holders start $65,000, median $120,000 by 45, top decile $300,000 plus with multiple career resets baked in. The gap compounds to $2 a 3M lifetime. Outliers exist, Musk, Zuck, but they're statistical noise, not a plan. Building a real long-term career without a degree is like playing poker with half the deck and pretending the house doesn't always win. Possible, not probable.
Are vocational paths flexible enough for career changes?
Yes. Vocational paths are flexible enough for career changes. Many trades and technical skills are transferable across industries, and short-term certifications or upskilling programs make pivoting easier than a multi-year degree would. For example, electricians can move into renewable energy, coders can shift between tech stacks, and culinary or manufacturing skills can translate into management or entrepreneurship. Vocational programs focus on practical, adaptable abilities rather than narrow theory, giving Gen Z the agility to respond to market shifts and explore new opportunities without starting from scratch. No, vocational paths are rigid as hell. A $15,000 welding cert or CDL locks you into one physical skill stack. Switching costs another 1 to 2 years and $10,000 at $20K. 2025 BLS, only 11% of trade workers ever make a major occupational shift after age 30 versus 42% of degree holders. Degree paths are built for pivots. CS Grad PM Founder Policy History Major Law VC. One credential, infinite doors. Trades give depth in one lane and a brick wall everywhere else. Automation or a bad back at 45. Retrain from zero. No transfer credits, no alumni network, no mercy. Flexibility is the ultimate privilege in a world that changes every decade. Vocational training sells certainty today for fragility tomorrow.